Hello my people, welcome back to another trip report video. As you guys can see, this is my first ever time that I'm doing a voiceover in a video, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know in the comments on what I should do next and what I shouldn't do, if whether you want to see more trip reports like these or not. So let's go ahead and get into business. So for today's special video, we are going to be showcasing on what does it look like to fly on a single hour aircraft. For today's trip, we're going to be flying out of United Kingdom, London Gatwick, inbound to New York, USA. Yes, New York. This was my first ever time flying into the US, and I can't lie to you, man, I was anxious, like hella anxious. I kept repeating the same stuff over to my mom, my sister. They found it weird, but bro, my anxiety levels were like up here, like you guys couldn't understand. But anyways, so as you guys saw from the previous reviews, we did all check-in and went through security with a breeze, and everything was going great. No stress whatsoever, other than me just stressing myself and kept yapping to my mom and my sister about the aircraft that we were about to fly into JFK. And I could tell you guys, they couldn't give two tosses on what I was saying, and they were really annoyed. But anyways, we stopped at the cafe to buy ourselves some hot chocolate because of how cold it was in the airport. And you guys can tell by the clouds that the weather in the UK was pretty terrible. And you guys aren't surprised either, because it's the UK and depressing weather is literally a must already for this country. But anywho, after that we done the usual plane spotting, like why not. We did catch a few aircraft. We catch the British Airways 777-200ER and catch this Air Portugal 7. Apparently that airline has gone through so much controversy and it's one of the worst airlines in Africa. I can't lie to you, man, I'm never stepping a foot inside that cabin, bro. I can't lie, from what I heard, that is all I'm saying. Never stepping a foot in that. So a bit more about the airport. Gatwick is just located 30 miles south of South London. It is a global gateway to the world, not just an airport. It's the second busiest airport in the UK, and it has received over 45 million passengers a year, flying to more than 200 destinations in 90 countries. Gatwick has the world's busiest single-use runway. It was the first in the world to offer self-service check-in kiosks. Like, this airport is actually pretty underrated in my opinion, bro. So as you guys saw, that was our aircraft for the first leg into Lisbon. That's TAP Air Portugal's E195. It is named under the second busiest city in Portugal, called Porto. This aircraft was previously serviced for the Brazilian airline called Azul, and it's been in service for TAP for about 14 years, so since 2011. This aircraft has roughly 118 seats and it has an all-economy configuration, and this aircraft is really comfortable, guys, so I'll show you guys why in a second. Flight seemed to be very packed. Once we were on board, the cabin felt cozy but tight at the same time, and there were definitely no empty seats in there. Everyone settled in pretty quickly. We picked up a decent window seat. I sat today in seat 7D, which gave us a decent view of the engines. However, recording was really painful because of how weird the windows were positioned, so I had to make a wet stance in my hands like I was doing some Naruto Jiu-Jitsu in order to get the best views for you guys. The seats on the Embraer were really comfortable, and if I had the opportunity to sleep on them, I would literally pay money to sleep on them again. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna set a challenge for you guys. I want you guys to tell me how many times I slept throughout the video, because I feel like I slept so many times. Anyways, I'm gonna leave you guys to it, and I'll see you guys in a bit.
Sempre que se perceba que os seus aparelhos eletrónicos estão danificados, que apresentam uma temperatura normal, que produzem fumo, que não se recordem da sua localização ou que tenham caído para o interior da estrutura da cadeira, chamamos a vossa atenção para as demonstrações de segurança. Ladies and gentlemen, all electronic devices must be set to airplane mode during the entire flight. Passengers are also reminded of the need to alert the cabin crew when a device is damaged, hot, produces smoke, is lost or falls into the seat structure. For safety reasons, the use of power banks is not allowed. We request your attention to the safety demonstrations. Por favor, veja como fechar, ajustar e abrir o cinto de segurança. Enquanto sentado, na descolagem, aterragem e sempre que o sinal de apertar cinto estiver ligado, tenha o cinto de segurança apertado. Neste avião existem 6 saídas de emergência, todas devidamente assinaladas. 2 portas na retaguarda, 2 janelas sobre as asas e 2 portas na frente. As máscaras de oxigênio encontram-se no compartimento do teto sobre o seu lugar. Em caso de despressurização, caem automaticamente. Nessa altura, puxe uma máscara. Aplique-a sobre o nariz e a boca. Ajuste o elástico à volta da cabeça. Respire normalmente. Depois de colocar a máscara, deve puxar e colocar máscaras nas crianças que hajam perto de si. Se estiver a usar uma máscara de proteção pessoal, retire antes de colocar a máscara de oxigênio. Oxygen masks are located in compartments above your head. If the cabin air system fails, oxygen masks will automatically released. In this case, pull a mask towards you. Place it over your nose and mouth. Adjust elastic. After placing and adjusting your own mask, pull down the mask and place it on.
So we have pushed back from gate 22 and we were 9 minutes late from schedule. My experience with TAP, I'm being honest, when it comes to delays isn't really great. 8 of my 11 flights in 2024 arrived late to the schedule, meaning 73% of my flights were delayed with TAP. My worst delay so far with TAP was when I flew from London Heathrow to Lisbon with my dad, and our flight departed 59 minutes late, nearly an hour from scheduled time, which isn't really great in my opinion, but I hope somehow they will actually come back to this and turn this around. Right now we are taxiing to the runway. If you guys are wondering on how I've gotten these stats, I use this app called Flighty where you can record all of your real life flights. You can also register all flights that are up to 12 months old, and there are subscriptions that you can choose from. Sorry Android users, but this app, it was only made for iOS users. And please guys, I want to give you a little reminder, yeah? Just a small reminder. I'm not sponsored. Even though I wanted to be sponsored, but I'm not. So please don't sue a little man like me, please. Finally, Air Portugal flight 1335 makes its way to its cruising altitude of level 370. On my right, that's the control remote that you use to control the broken TV. Again, I'm not sure why the TVs are deactivated for all the Embraer aircraft, which is pretty sad, but there must be a reason for it. You guys can see the Embraer safety cards for the Embraer aircraft. It's very simple and explains very clearly on how to follow the instructions given on the card. Next, we have TAP's menu. You have a variety of routes that TAP offers on the short to medium haul fleet, from the E190 to the Airbus A321LR. From my point of view, the prices in some products were reasonable, but some of them were questionable. Prices are a bit on the higher end, but not outrageous compared to what you'd pay at a cafe or airport. I would say if you skip eating at an airport, these prices are worth considering. However, me and the fam decided to bring food from home because it's free. I eat like I'm a fat don, man. But one thing I want to say is, guys, when it comes to Portuguese cuisine, it is just simply unreal. It is unreal. Like, you guys don't get it, man. It is just... I know, so props to our grandmas and aunties for making the amazing food you could ever had, man. Like, seriously, you guys don't get it, bro. If you guys go to Portugal, like, the food will literally explain my point, bro. That, like, literally, man. Here we start the descent into Lisbon. There hasn't been a lot of things that I've recorded because of how knackered I was, and we had to wake up really early on that day. Either way though, I still prefer my morning flight, so let me know in the comments, guys, if you guys prefer morning, afternoon or night flights. But to give you a short summary on how I was flying the Embraer, I don't know if this is only me, but the legroom on the E190/E195 is slightly better than the modern aircraft that TAP has on the fleet. So the A320, A320neo or A321neo. I would say I would fly this aircraft around Europe again because of how comfortable it was, and the seats were really good. It's a 14-year-old aircraft, but it's still doing its job till this day. So props for TAP for keeping this aircraft as airworthy and comfortable as possible. So yeah.
Obrigada não, boa tarde.
Alrighty guys, welcome down to Terminal 1 at Lisbon Airport. I believe it was 1:45 and it was pretty much lunchtime. Our gate for departure was gate 26. We had to do a few passport checks at the gate since we are flying into the US. So, G checks are required even though we already applied for ESTA. We didn't have to go through security, passport control, or leave or re-enter the airport. It was pretty much just leave the aircraft and just walk into the next gate. Next flight at 4:40, tap Air Portugal 209 service from Lisbon to New York JFK. For our next aircraft, we've flown the beloved Airbus A321LR, and he has the registration of Charlie Sierra Tango X-Ray Charlie and named after the Portuguese diplomat Pedro. It was delivered to TAP in 2019 and is still on service till this day. And boarding services have started as we make our way into the aircraft. I don't know if that was me, but I felt more special flying the A321LR over the A330neo. We were meant to fly the A330neo, but I felt like flying the narrow body aircraft on an 8-hour flight was like an adventure to me. Because you would have thought that Airbus would remodel an aircraft that is used to fly across one continent to specialize it for longer services. I never thought they'd do it. And I don't even know if that was only me, but wasn't the release of the A321LR more silent? I only heard about this aircraft like in 2021, whereas they made the first ever model in 2018. Like, I don't know, man. TAP's A321LR features a total of 168 seats in a 2-class layout. Business class has a 16 lie-flat seats in a staggered 1-1 and 2-2 configuration, offering excellent privacy, especially in the front seats. Economy has 152 seats in a standard 3-in-3 layout, with economy extra rows providing extra legroom. The cabin feels modern and comfortable for a narrow-body aircraft, and each seat comes with personal IFEs, USB ports, blanketed pillows, and decent spacing, making it a solid option for transatlantic flights. Before pushback, we had a slight delay of 10 to 15 minutes due to flux and sequence of traffic around the airport. It wasn't as bad and I didn't really bother that much, and it didn't have any impact in our scheduled arrival into New York. During those 15 minutes though, I just kept pinching myself and asking my mum and sister if this was a dream or am I tripping. I remember my first ever long haul was when I flown into Angola in 2015-2016, and it was a nice experience to fly both 777 variants. I've flown the 300ER and the 200ER, which TAG has retired them. Right, we have the IFE for today's flight. It was quite slow in response, but it was a nice and modern looking IFE. We have decided to look at the movie selection for today, and there were so many movies that I couldn't really pick because I was still going to watch Napoleon, but I got tired of it after 10 minutes, so I just fell asleep, man, because what else is better than sleeping, man? Like, seriously, bro. This was the route for today's flight into JFK. You also had other options on how you want to preview the map, like following the aircraft, night vision, and etc. It was a really nice touch of a feature that TAP has added into the A321LR. Eu acho que eu preciso de fones.
Toda a tripulação vos dão as boas-vindas a bordo. A nossa viagem até Nova York terá uma duração aproximada de 7 horas e 20 minutos. Pedimos que apertem os cintos de segurança, endireitem as costas das cadeiras, recolham as mesas e abram as cortinas das janelas. Eu estou a Air Portugal, enquanto cheiro com os seus parceiros da Airline, desejo-vos uma excelente viagem. It is is with great pleasure that Air Portugal, the Star Alliance member, Captain Eduardo Lori, and the entire crew would like to welcome you on board. Our flight time to New York will be about 7 hours and 20 minutes. Please ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened, your seat back is in the upright position, your table is correctly stowed, and the window blinds are open.
Another thing I want to mention to you guys is about TAP's Miles program. The program allows members to earn and redeem miles on Star Alliance partners like Lufthansa, United, and Turkish Airlines. Whenever you fly an airline that partners with Star Alliance, make sure to add your frequent flyer number into the booking so you can redeem more points. I haven't done this myself yet because I don't really fly as much, but I hope to use this as soon as possible in the future, man, because it's actually really worth it from what I heard. What an amazing departure out of Lisbon. Simply one of the best departures in Europe. Anyways, this is the safety card of the A321LR. Forgot to mention as well, yes, this aircraft has Wi-Fi and it was slightly okay. I had to manually reset the connection every 60 minutes and it was decent to send a few messages. Here you have TAP's earphones. They have the old looking earphone style, but at least they did the job. They were pretty decent and I ended up taking them home with me because why the hell not, has a memory, you know. The cabin is equipped with modern lighting that adjusts throughout the flight. You can manually turn it on or off by pressing the button in the IFEs. The IFEs also had the information at what cruise level you were cruising, the speed you were flying in, the distance you have left, and the temperature outside of the aircraft. They give you in the most common measurement systems metric, and then they have the ones where the Americans failed doing it because they think they're different, the Imperial unit, sadly. After that, I decided to watch another movie. I'm not sure which one I chose, but all I remember is that I fell asleep after that because of how bored I was, honestly. Forgot to mention my seat today was 20F. The seat had a comfortable headset, a goat hook, and it was reclinable. The legroom was pretty nice for my height at 6'2". It gave me so much room to rest my legs and just recline in the seat a bit. Man, sleeping like there was heavens, man. Going over to dinner, we had a choice whether to eat stewed veal or garganelli with tomato. I ended up choosing stewed veal and oh man, it was banging. The appetizers was this chickpea and chicken salad with tomato, olive and pesto. For dessert, it was even better, man. We had this thing called ciradura de amêndoa, which was an almond cheesecake in English. What else can I say, bro? Like, what else can I say? It was just perfect, man. It was perfection.
And I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
After a delicious dinner, I decided to look at the toilet and it seemed very clear and hygienic. Also, you've got a bonus, guys. You've got a small outfit check on what I wore on that day, and yeah, I didn't even know why I did that, but oh well. After a long day, I decided to take another 3-hour nap to get my energy back. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys once we are over the US airspace. Safe! Hey, good evening to you guys from the Boston airspace. We are awake 20 minutes away from our descent into JFK. We had a final snack before our descent into the airport. I chose some tea because tea is the go of whole hot drinks. Alongside we had a tuna Embraer sandwich. Not gonna lie, the bread was kind of dry, but after all the tuna and Embraer was actually pretty good, so yeah. We also had this chocolate salami which was actually pretty banging, and whenever you get on tap, make sure you get that. Yeah, it's just so good, bro. With JFK now in sight with the map, as it's getting closer and closer, this must be a sign our journey is coming to an end. One thing I see a lot from people is this psychological discomfort on, am I really going to fly a small jet over the ocean? Yes, I would say the A321LR brings a lot of features you would find on a wide-body aircraft like the Wi-Fi and power at every seat, IFEs, and LED cabin lights, you name it, bro. I know most travelers prefer flying on a wide-body aircraft like the Boeing 787 or the A350 because of its space and less waiting times for the bathrooms. There were a few waiting lines from what I saw, but I had to pick the right timing to go and use it freely. I went to the bathroom like once or twice during a flight, and I didn't have that much of a waiting time. The A321LR may not offer the cabin space of a wide-body jet, but it packs in long-haul features like flatbed seats, seat back entertainment, and quiet engines, making it surprisingly premium for a single-hour aircraft. I genuinely felt this was one of the best experiences I ever had on the A321LR. If I had a chance to fly again on a transatlantic flight, I would 100% take it. And you guys should do it to try out for yourselves, man. literally had no cramps, like no pain whatsoever. TAP really made me admire how Airbus perfectly built this amazing masterpiece, and it's one of my favorite aircraft to ever fly on. Alrighty guys, before the landing into JFK, this is my final ratings based on how my flying experience was on the A321LR. If you guys want to look into further details on why I chose these ratings, feel free to look down in the comments. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed the landing, and I'll see you guys on the ground. Goodbye.
Bem-vindos a Nova York. São neste momento 19 horas e 40 minutos, hora local, 5 horas a menos que em Lisboa, e a temperatura é de 9 graus Celsius. Pedimos que permaneçam sentados, com o cinto de segurança apertado até que o sinal seja desligado e a tripulação dê indicação que podem desembarcar. Informamos que a partir deste momento já podem utilizar todos os equipamentos eletrónicos. Pedimos que tenham cuidado ao abrir as bagageiras para evitar a queda de algum objeto e confirmem que levam convosco toda a bagagem de mão e artigos pessoais.
Transatlantic printed, because sempre estou em mal e eu printed. Eu não sei que faz, mas
Very good welcome down JFK, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this trip report, and soon I hope to fly to more destinations so I can produce more content like this for you guys. If you guys want this to happen, make sure to subscribe and hit the thumbs up, and join my Discord server with the link below. Also make sure to follow my other 2 channels in the description below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Have a good night, guys, and see ya.